everyone, thanks for stopping by again. We're up to part 7 of my coloring book collection. Today I have a humongous stack of coloring books to go through. I put together 2 shelves today, and I'm mostly going to show you it's going to be all of my Creative Haven books and a lot of the self-published authors published through Amazon. So let's get into it. Okay, the first set of books I have to show you are the ColornChics grayscale coloring books. This artist also does a line art version as well. If you don't like grayscale, this is the first one. The second one is called Fantasy Fairy Portraits. Then the third one is Mermaids. I do have a picture in this one colored in. I'm not sure if you can see the glitter stickles I used in there. Then this is the newest one, Gorgeous Fantasy. Hopefully she's going to do a new one soon. I think I saw on her Facebook page, I think she does have plans for another one to come out soon with a new series of images. She has an Etsy store. I'll link that in the description. I've purchased a few of her PDFs in the past. She's one of my favorite artists right now. Next I have this one, Fairy and Fantasy 2. This is also grayscale. This is by ChristineKarron. Unfortunately, this is the only book I have of hers. I would like to get the rest. She also does a line art version of this book, as well as having an Etsy page. Then the next artist I have to show you is Tanya Bond. These are all of her Inkling books. She also has an Etsy. Any artist that I remember to link their Etsy shops, I'll link those in the description. If I forget any and you want to know any more info about them, please feel free to leave me a message and I'll get that info for you. This is the first one, and this is the second one. I really like these images. I wish I had time to color in all of these books. I have so many books and I haven't colored in a lot of them. This is Inklings 3. And this one is Astro Inklings. This is all astrology signs. And the next book I have is Fairy Tales, Princesses and Fables by Selena Fennick. This is the only book I have by this artist. She does a lot of grayscale books as well. This one, it comes with 2 copies of each image. And I have Nice Little Town, Atlantic. These are all underwater scenes. The Nice Little Town books. This is the only Nice Little Town book I have from Tatiana as well. I don't know why I never got any more. But that's that one. And this one I like a lot, but the paper isn't so bad. I only ever did 1 page in this book, but I do like the images a lot. I have this one, Christmas Darlings by Kelly Horton. She has a whole series of books with as well. I did do one page. Yeah, I did this one at Christmas time. And then this is my one and only Jade Summer book. I didn't like coloring in this book at all. I think I tried to color with my Prismacolors and it looked terrible. Maybe I need to try again with different pencils. I don't know, but I'm assuming maybe it's because it's got this black paper on the back. But I wasn't a big fan of coloring on this paper. But I can always just scan it. I got this book when I first started coloring and I didn't really know about scanning images or anything like that. So maybe we'll go back in Halloween soon. We'll do something in that book. This one is The Magic Berries. I don't know who does this one, this book. This is all fairies. I haven't colored in this book. This is actually the first time I'm looking at it since it's been in on my bookshelf, I think, when I bought it. I don't even remember when I bought this one. It's pretty. And this one I like a lot. It's Color Me Enchanted. By this author. I only colored one page in this one, The Princess and the Pea. That's one of my favorite fairy tales. I like to color all the different pillows. I must have I did that with markers. It was a long time ago. And then this one is Fairy World Adult Coloring Pages by Barbara Lanza. This is one I believe I got on eBay when I would buy them, you know, like three or four at a time with free shipping. This is a really pretty book too. A lot of fairies. If you like to color fairies. This is Alice's Wonder-Filled Adventures, a curious coloring book for adults, Abigail Larson. This is another one that I never, I bought it and then I put it on the shelf and I never looked at it again. But Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite things, my favorite subjects to color. And I have this one, Life, Fashion Through the Ages. This is all vintage fashions. Looks like 1920s. I think 1920s and the 1980s are my favorite time periods for fashion. And this one is another grayscale book by Julia Sperry. And this one is Flowery Dreams. This is like a chibi kind of a book. The author said it's Yam Puff. Not sure where I got this one from. This one is called Blue, Anime Flower Girls. A lot of images of girls and flowers. These two books are by the author. This author has changed her name. This is by the same author as the other book I had shown you in another video. This one, now she goes by this name, TakeuchiArt. So if you want to look her up, you got to look under that name. But these are older books of hers. These are all grayscale. This is the one I like the best from her, the Surreal Fantasy. These are all grayscale images as well. Unfortunately, with that black paper on the back. I've had this for a while, but I never colored in it because I got scared of the grayscale, but I've been more getting into doing some pages in grayscale, so maybe I'll get to do one of these soon. And then this is her Elegant Faces. This has some of, I think she might have one more book, but I don't remember what it's called. But if you look for her on Etsy, you should see that. I know she sells PDFs of a lot of these images as well, or even the books. And these next two, I just got these recently from someone, one of the ladies in the Coloring Diva group on Facebook. We did a Christmas in July Secret Santa. So this one is Into the Woods, kind of like a Zentangle type of images. And this one is The Wizard of Oz. This is a pretty new one that just came out recently. It's Fabulous Fashion of the 1980s by Minju Sun. This one, I like it, but I know that's kind of like her thing to put flowers and everything, but some of them I kind of feel like didn't really need flowers. They seem kind of out of place. I don't really remember so many flowers being in the 1980s, but I could be wrong. But it's cool. Then there's Fabulous Fashions of the 70s. Then I have the 60s, the 50s. Have Great Gatsby Fashions. This is a newer one too. Jazz Age Fashions. Art Nouveau Fashions. This one I got also from one of the group members in the Coloring Divas group during when we did our gift swap for Christmas in July. That was very nice of her. And Mythical Fashions. This is my favorite one, I think, of all the fashion books I have. I did do a page in here. It's kind of an I Dream of Jeannie type of a book. And they have the little descriptions in the corners. Next up we have Fanciful Faces, Magnificent Mermaids, Romantic Country Scenes, Christmas Color by Numbers. This one I would like to try. I haven't tried any color by numbers yet. Christmas is coming soon. Maybe we'll get to that one. This one is A Year in Flowers. I think I got this from Monet. Yeah, this is really pretty too, with all the flowers. This is Vintage Christmas Greetings. Getting ready for Christmas. Then I have this one, Wish You Were Here. I think this is a pretty popular one by Teresa Goodridge. I know a lot of people have this one. I see a lot of the colored pages on Facebook. And Alice in Wonderland. All right, that was it for all my Creative Haven books. Next I have these Casey Doodle Arts. They're kind of in the same category, I would say, as the Creative Haven books. Kind of similar design to them, but they have little color palettes to give you ideas on how to color the images on some of them. Nice. Then we have Fairies and Flowers. And they have the little color palettes. It looks like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that. There, it's perforated over here so you can take it out for reference. That's interesting. And the last one from the Casey Doodle Art is Flower Girls. I think they're all by the same author, the ones that I have. And then the next one I have, this is a fun one. It's the Golden Girls. I'm pretty sure I got this from Book Outlet. It's a lot of wallpaper images, you know, filler stuff, and some of the images are repeated, you know, just like in a little bit different way. But it's if you like this show, it's funny. This next set I got these from eBay. They're vintage Barbie coloring books from the 80s. They have some pages colored in them. I thought I would scan some images and just color it onto some cardstock. But I thought it was fun to have them. This one I actually remember having as a kid. I remember one of my babysitters had bought it for me, and another little girl, she bought, I think it was this little dog called Poochie. And I remember being so upset that I got this one, because I was kind of like, oh, and not the Poochie one. I remember I was very jealous of the other little girl that got the Poochie one. I was probably like maybe 7 or 8 years old at that time, so. This one, Barbie and the Rockers. had some of these Barbies, I remember. This is maybe like later 80s. Those are fun. Then I have this one, David Bowie retrospective coloring book. This has some little blurbs about David Bowie as well. Kind of like fashion oriented info on him. I have these two books, New York Street Style and Tokyo Street Style. I think there's a Paris Street Style, but I don't have that one. Do I have anything? I think I might have one picture I did in this one. Can I remember? Oh, this is Tokyo Street Style. I think I have something in this New York Street Style one. These, I've seen them on Book Outlet a lot for really cheap. They're kind of expensive if you buy them regular retail price. Like I've seen them on Amazon, they're kind of expensive. I did this one. These two are by the same author, Adam Fisher. I had seen this book being reviewed by Color with Claire, and I found it on eBay for cheap price. These, I've never colored in these either, but these have all gods and monsters, and it gives you a little description of each one. And this is a Brothers Grimm coloring book by the same author. It's the same format. Gives you a little sentence about the page. This one is called Believe in Magic by Claire Scully. I like this. I think this is called, I'm not sure what this, I think this type of book is called a, maybe, I don't know, it's called something when it's binded like this. Maybe flex bound or something like that. But I like how it has the little rounded edges. It's pretty. It's a good one for this time of year. Then I have these two books by WheeshanOng, Starry Night 4 and Starry Night 3. I haven't gotten the other. I think there's 2 more in this series, and I know she also has some other books and an Etsy page too. So if you don't want to, because it's on the Create Space paper, you might want to buy the PDFs because these images are beautiful, beautiful images. But it's a shame that it's on the Create Space paper. But I was able to color on it. I think I used markers on some of this as well as gel pens maybe. But I just put a piece of cardstock on the back. These I found out about from watching a flip through on Monet's The Coloring Divas channel. If I remember, I'll put the links to those videos too in the description. Then I have this one, Thailand Escape. This is really nice if you want to use watercolors. I know it's kind of hard to find watercolor coloring books, like a combo. It's such nice. It has like the textured paper. There's a couple of others in the series. I'm not sure I remember the names, but you can look it up. By this author, Jade Geddon. I think this is a pretty popular book series too. You probably have seen it before. And this one is called Figment by Madison Tees. This one is really, like, the images are really cute, but it's very strange. Like, some of it's like dark lines, and then some of it's like kind of gray lines. It's like all mixed up together. I find it kind of, and it's like not printed, like it's like not printed all the way through, it seems like. This one, like, why is this guy so outlined darkly and then not anything else? So, I have that one. And then this is random. Doesn't seem like it matches with the whole theme of the book. Fairy tales, I don't know. But I have that one. And then this one is called Tangle Bay by Jessica Palmer. This is one I bought when I first started coloring. I don't think I ever have anything in this one. Colored anything. It's all like oceans and boats and seas type of images. This one is called Faraway Kingdom. This Kaiser coloring, there's like a ton of different books in this series. This is the only one I have, but they're nice books. The paper's nice. There's a lot of different themes you can find with them. I think you can get these anywhere, like Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. These are pretty easy to get. I have this one, Color the Classics, Alice in Wonderland. Another Alice in Wonderland book. I have quite a few Alice in Wonderland books, actually. And this one, Color the Classics, Beauty and the Beast. Then I have this one, William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, a coloring classic. I think this series of books, there's another one called like A Christmas Carol, maybe. I have another one as well besides this one. I don't know, I can't get into coloring all of these things. It's like so tiny, so much, too much work for me. But I don't know, I like to look at them sometimes. I look through my books. And this is another one from that same publisher. This is Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. I started coloring this one a long time ago and I gave up. Like, this part I'm good with coloring, but then when you get to all this stuff in the background, like the wallpaper and the floor, I'm like, oh, I did all the fun stuff. I don't want to do all this boring background stuff. I like this peach though. Maybe I might do that one. And the last one for today is this one, Art Deco Fashion. Make your own art pieces. This one, I don't know who does this one. Oh, I think this is replications of a lot of artwork that you can just, they turned it into a coloring book. It tells you the art piece there on the one side. It gives you a little color palette to start you off with. Like I said, I like the Art Deco style. It's one of my favorite styles. Not even just for coloring, for fashion and decorating. Oh, I started coloring that one. Okay, that's it for today. Next time we'll get into part 7. I believe that's the last one. So I'll see you next time. If you have any questions or any requests for flip throughs or any info you saw throughout the video, please let me know. And also I wanted to add, I know I keep saying author instead of artist. I know that's probably annoying, but you know, I get confused sometimes. So I hope everyone has a really great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.